Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my presentation, and the topic is how to set up an architecture or construction company in UAE. So before we go to the technicalities, legalities, I would like to give some general information about the construction market in UAE. So here you can see how big the construction market is in UAE. So the size is estimated at 38.99 billion US dollars in 2023 and is expected to reach 49 billion US dollar by 2028, and the compound annual growth rate is 4.8 for the forecast period of 2023-2028. So from here itself we can understand, or we can imagine how big is the construction industry in UAE. And the construction industry plays a significant role in the UAE economy. And the liberal trade policies in the country are attracting foreign investors and boosting the UAE construction market. The construction industry plays an important role in the economic upliftment and development of the country. So here are some top construction projects. Most of you might be aware of that. The one, Etihad Rail, is expected to be fully equipped on 2030, and in the initial stage it will carry heavy good and equipments, and in 2023 to be expected to carry passengers. And the second one, 3D printed mosque. So this is the world first 3D printed mosque, which would be expected to be opened in 2025 in Dubai, having a size of 2,000 square meter and to accommodate 600 worshippers. And the floating theaters in Sharjah, it's a unique design proposed by the ruler of Sharjah. Now let's discuss how can you set up an architecture or construction company here in UAE. So before we discuss in detail, UAE architecture and construction companies are controlled by the state. Before setting up the company, it is important to understand the unique aspect of licensing and obtaining approval from the relevant departments such as municipality, economic department, or construction department. The jurisdiction of incorporation. So before anybody decide to set up a construction company, you need to decide the jurisdiction. So as you are aware, there are 7 emirates in UAE. So in each emirate, the construction and consulting industries are controlled by the state. So if you set up a company in Dubai, the requirements are based on Dubai government. And if you are setting up a construction company in Sharjah, that is as per the requirements of the municipalities in Sharjah. And the terms of ownership. So everyone would be eager and interested. Now the UAE has changed a lot in terms of the legalities. Now the construction license is open for 100% foreign ownership. Earlier it used to be 49 and 51. You need to have an Emirati partners to have a construction license, but now it is open 100% foreign ownership. So anybody coming from abroad, those can have a construction companies without a support of a local sponsor or a local agent. However, it is very important to understand that the architectural license still require a local sponsor owning 51 of the shares of the company and must be an Emirati who is a member of the Society of Engineers. So having a architectural license compared to the construction license, you need to have the legal structure 51% to have an Emirati shareholders who should be a member in the Society of Engineering and having a relevant qualification in the construction field. However, it is very important. Recently, there was an announcement by the Dubai Executive Council. Now, the architectural licenses are also opened 100% to foreign ownership. However, it is yet to be updated in the system. The government has passed a resolution. Hopefully, within the coming days, it can be reflected in the system and the foreigners can have 100% ownership in the architectural license. As I mentioned earlier, the architectural or construction license are controlled by the state. Any additional approval that you require for having a construction license in UAE, that you need to get approval from the Road and Transport Authority, Department of Civil Protection, and other agencies, depending on where your areas are concentrated. It can be construction, or it can be consulting, or it can be a architecture. So here, the engineering consultancy classified in UAE in 3 different ways. The first one, which is unlimited category. This enabled the participation in project of any height. And the second category enabled G plus 12, which is 12 stories building. And the third category, which is G plus 4, which enabled participation of project up to 4 stories building. So I will explain you how this works. So in the architectural activity or architectural license, if you set up, it is not giving you an opportunity to have any kind of or any stories. So it depends on your experience, depends on the qualification, it's classified as it is. Either it can be an unlimited, depends on how the engineers are qualified and experienced, which I will explain to you in the next slide. Here, the qualification and experience required for architectural activity. See, here you can see the architectural design consultancy, which is the highly regulated activity, the qualification and the year of experience required. So for the unlimited, Bachelor of Architectural qualification with 10 years of experience is needed. So that means those who have an experience of 10 years and having a Bachelor of Architecture only can have an unlimited story consultation. And when it comes to the G plus 12, it's 7 years experience. When it comes to G plus 4, it's 5 years experience. However, the education qualification is same. And here are the other activities, which is interior design engineering services. Many of you might be from the interior design services, and landscape architecture, archaeological restoration and conservation engineering services, urban planning engineering services, environmental engineering services, and green building engineering services. For those activities or wherever you are specializing in the field, you need to have the qualification, you need to have the experience as well accordingly. So when it comes to the construction activities, so here the major or the main regulated or the main business activity, which is building contracting. That is also again classified unlimited G plus 12, G plus 4 and G plus 1. Having a Bachelor of Civil Engineering, need to have a Bachelor of Civil Engineer with a 10-year experience for the unlimited category, and need to have a 7 years of experience with the Bachelor of Engineering for the G plus 12 and so on and so. So I'm not going in detail with all the activities. It's almost with the activity, with the experience you can see. So here, the number of engineers and laborers commensurate with the project area. So in UAE, in order to have or in order to execute a project, the government has allocated a specified project area for each labor and each engineer, and the grade and the classification. As I said earlier, the classification, for the first classification with unlimited, for each engineer it is classified as 9,000 square meter and 190 square meter for each labor. So it depends on your size of the project, or depends on the area you cover, the company need to have so and so engineers or number of engineers. So here are the technicalities and the legalities of how you can set up an architectural or construction company in UAE. So I would like to give some brief information about the trends that propel construction industry in the UAE. So everyone should be aware of that digitalization. We are in a digital world, and the technologies are beyond. Everywhere you go, in whatever industry, the technologies are implied. Same like in construction industry also, the digitalization and technologies are leading. So nowadays, it's not necessary that the engineers need to be present in the field. Then they can have an access of database and get information remotely without visiting. Obviously, this will reduce the cost. And evaluation of new construction materials. So the construction industry has a high competition, and the companies are forced to reduce the cost. Henceforth, the evaluation of new materials which can reduce the cost and increase the efficiency. And green building. The government of UAE has set a target of 75% of the company has to have green building by 2030. So here you can understand the importance of how the government is giving importance to the green building. Obviously, examples such as solar panels or sustainable construction materials used for construction industry, which will lead to green building certification and construction. Prefabricated and modular construction. I have seen a lot of stand here with a prefabricated or modular construction, where you can construct the materials or construct the model of the site and bring that to the construction place, which will obviously reduce the cost and reduce the errors in the construction projects. And sustainable construction practices. So as you know, UAE is giving more importance to the sustainability in order for the country to have or to reach in 2015, that's the vision of the UAE, to reach sustainable and have zero carbon emission by 2050. Obviously, the government is giving more regulations and more control and more importance on having a sustainable construction practice, whoever is setting up a company in UAE. So, if you have more questions about how you can set up a construction company here in UAE, we have a stall on the corner, L7 to L12. You can approach us. We will give you more details on, based on your industry, how you are coming from, where you are coming from, and whatever your experience, whatever your qualification, what is suitable for your business model. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a good day.